What if I told you your body has a hidden cleanup crew working right now, burning fat, repairing cells, and even destroying dangerous ones before they harm you? It sounds unbelievable, but it's real science that earned a Nobel Prize and completely changed how we understand health. The shocking truth: most people don't even know this system exists, and worse, daily habits may be shutting it down. In today's video, I'll reveal how to activate this process, called autophagy, using simple daily practices inspired by Japanese longevity secrets. One habit in particular may explain why so many Japanese elders live well past 100. What autophagy really is? Autophagy is your body's natural housekeeping system. Think of it as an internal janitor service. Old, damaged cell parts are broken down and recycled, while fresh, healthy cells are given room to grow. Without this process, waste builds up inside your cells, leading to disease, premature aging, and sluggish energy. Dr. Turner explains it this way: autophagy is the body's survival mechanism. Without it, cells would eventually choke on their own waste. That's why this discovery was so revolutionary. By understanding how autophagy works, scientists finally saw how the body has a built-in way to prevent disease and extend life if we know how to support it. Here's what researchers found. Autophagy switches on during times of physical stress, especially when we're not eating. That's why fasting, calorie reduction, and certain lifestyle practices are so effective. They don't just cut calories, they flip on this powerful healing mechanism. Why modern habits shut it down? The problem is, our modern lifestyles often smother autophagy without us realizing it. Constant snacking, eating late at night, relying on processed foods, and living sedentary lives, all of these keep the body stuck in digest and store mode instead of clean and repair mode. That's why understanding autophagy, isn't just fascinating science, it's essential if you want to live longer, stay lean, and protect yourself from serious illness. The good news: you can activate it every day with a few simple, proven strategies inspired by Japanese longevity traditions. Tip number 1. Practice Harahachi Bu. Stop eating at 80% full. The first principle comes from Okinawa, a region of Japan famous for having one of the highest populations of centenarians, people who live past 100. Their secret: a simple rule called Harahachi Bu. Stop eating when you feel about 80% full. This practice isn't just about portion control. By leaving a little space in your stomach, you naturally reduce calorie intake, give your digestive system a break, and allow your body to shift into autophagy more easily. It's a mindful way of eating that prevents overeating and keeps metabolism balanced. Dr. Turner often points out that people in Okinawa don't even think of it as a health rule. It's just part of their culture. They eat light dinners, avoid late-night snacks, and allow long fasting periods overnight. That overnight fasting window is one of the key times when autophagy does its best work. Longevity research backs this up. Studies show that calorie reduction without nutrient loss extends lifespan, reduces inflammation, and supports cellular repair. In other words, eating less while still eating nutritious foods is one of the simplest, most powerful ways to activate autophagy. The wisdom of Dr. Shigeki Hinohara. To see how this principle works in real life, let's look at one of Japan's most respected physicians, Dr. Shigeki Hinohara. He was a living example of his teachings. He continued working, writing, and seeing patients until he was 105 years old. Dr. Hinohara followed Harahachi Bu religiously. His diet was light, mostly plant-based, with very little sugar or processed food. He avoided overeating and kept his meals simple. He also stayed physically active, taking stairs instead of elevators, walking daily, and staying engaged with his community. His philosophy was clear: don't rely only on doctors to keep you healthy. Instead, focus on prevention, take responsibility for your lifestyle, and keep your mind active and curious. He often said that joy, curiosity, and connection are just as important as diet and exercise for a long, meaningful life. Tip number 2. Intermittent fasting. The second principle is something you've probably heard a lot about recently: intermittent fasting. But here's the important connection. Fasting isn't just a weight loss trick. It's one of the most powerful triggers for autophagy. Intermittent fasting simply means setting aside part of the day when you don't eat. This could be 12, 14, or even 16 hours, depending on your lifestyle. During that fasting window, your body switches gears from constantly digesting food to actively repairing cells. Many Japanese elders naturally practiced this without even knowing it. They often ate early dinners and didn't have breakfast until later the next morning. That created long, natural fasting periods, overnight perfect conditions for autophagy. The research of Dr. Takayuki Tuya, one of the leading researchers in this area, is Dr. Takayuki Tuya, who has studied how fasting affects metabolism. His findings are eye-opening. Fasting doesn't just reduce weight, it boosts metabolism, increases antioxidant production, and may even slow down aging. Here are 3 key takeaways from Dr. Tuya's research. 1. Fasting activates metabolic pathways that help generate energy more efficiently and strengthen antioxidant defenses. 2. It raises antioxidant levels, which neutralize free radicals and reduce oxidative stress, the main driver behind chronic disease and aging. 3. It may extend cell lifespan, giving cells more time to repair, damage, and function properly. Dr. Tuya is convinced that fasting is one of the simplest, most effective tools we have for health and longevity. He recommends starting with a 12-hour fast, then gradually extending to 14 or 16 hours if comfortable. The bigger picture: when you combine Harahachi Bu with intermittent fasting, you create the perfect environment for autophagy to flourish. Your body isn't bogged down with constant digestion. Your cells have space to repair, and your metabolism runs more smoothly. In part 2 of this video, we'll go deeper into the third principle, nutrition. You'll learn exactly which foods Japanese researchers recommend to maximize autophagy, plus the daily juice and tea rituals that keep Japan's elders healthy and energized well into their 90s and beyond. But before we move on, here's an important reminder. This video is for educational purposes only. It's based on scientific studies and cultural practices, but it's not medical advice. Always talk to your doctor before making changes to your diet or lifestyle. Tip number 3, nutrition. Fueling autophagy the right way. Now that we've covered mindful eating and fasting, let's dive into the third and final piece of the puzzle, nutrition. What you eat has a massive influence on whether autophagy switches on or shuts down. In Japan, doctors and researchers have long emphasized a plant-focused, low-sugar, minimally processed diet as the cornerstone of longevity. And modern science now confirms that this kind of nutrition is one of the strongest ways to support your body's natural repair systems. Dr. Mark Turner often reminds patients that food can either be medicine or poison. It all depends on what's on your plate. To activate autophagy, you need to avoid the foods that disrupt it and lean into those that enhance it. Let's break down what that looks like in practice. The Ishihara morning ritual. One of Japan's most respected physicians, Dr. Yumi Ishihara, who has even served as personal doctor to the Prime Minister, recommends a special morning routine that supports autophagy while providing essential nutrients. His approach is simple yet powerful. Breakfast instead of a heavy meal. He starts the day with a light liquid option such as fresh carrot or apple juice. Lunch, often replaced with black tea infused with black sugar and ginger. Dinner, a single, substantial, nutrient-rich meal, usually plant-based with some fish or legumes. This practice creates extended fasting windows while still nourishing the body. It's not about starving yourself. It's about giving your system enough time to repair while still fueling it with high-quality nutrition. Why carrot and apple juice? Fresh juices are easy on the digestive system and deliver vitamins quickly without straining your stomach. Carrot juice is rich in beta-carotene and vitamin A, which support healthy eyes, skin, and immune function. It also helps detoxify the liver and has an alkalizing effect on the stomach. Apple juice is loaded with antioxidants like quercetin, plus natural pectin that helps balance gut health. It restores electrolytes and provides gentle hydration. Dr. Ishihara advises starting with just half a glass and drinking it slowly. Waiting 10 to 20 minutes before eating anything solid gives your body time to absorb the nutrients. Adding a teaspoon of olive oil or a few nuts alongside the juice can also stabilize blood sugar and keep energy levels steady. Black tea with black sugar and ginger later in the day. Dr. Ishihara recommends a warm tea blend: black tea, black sugar, muscovado, and ginger. Black tea is packed with antioxidants that support heart health and improve metabolism. Black sugar is less processed than white sugar and still contains minerals like calcium, potassium, and iron. Ginger brings powerful anti-inflammatory benefits, supports digestion, and boosts circulation. This simple drink provides gentle energy, prevents cravings, and supports autophagy between meals. The Japanese longevity diet. Beyond these rituals, the broader Japanese diet offers important lessons. Instead of focusing on high-calorie processed meals, the traditional approach emphasizes vegetables and seaweed, rich in fiber, minerals and antioxidants. Fermented foods like miso, natto, and pickled vegetables, which provide probiotics to support gut health. Legumes, such as soybeans and lentils, high in protein, low in fat, and easy on the digestive system. Fish, especially fatty fish, rich in omega-3s. South. Whole grains like brown rice and barley, which provide steady energy and keep blood sugar stable. Together, this way of eating reduces inflammation, keeps metabolism efficient, and naturally promotes autophagy. The Shina method. Mini fasts and hydration. Another Japanese physician, Dr. Hiromi Shina, introduced what he called the mini fast. It's simple. Eat dinner early, skip late-night snacks, and then push breakfast a little later the next morning. That creates a 16-hour fasting window, where the body can repair itself through autophagy. Dr. Shina also emphasized hydration. He advised drinking 2 to 3 glasses of pure water first thing in the morning, before eating anything. This, he explained, flushes toxins, kickstarts metabolism, and supports the body's natural detox systems. He also recommended green tea. Thanks to its catechins-potent antioxidants, green tea helps protect cells, reduce damage, and further enhance autophagy. For centuries, it's been a daily staple in Japan, and now research shows just how beneficial it really is. What to avoid if you want autophagy to work properly? Avoiding the wrong foods is just as important as eating the right ones. Researchers consistently warn against refined sugar, which spikes insulin and shuts down autophagy. White flour products, bread, pastries, noodles made from refined wheat that quickly raise blood sugar. Processed meats like sausages, hot dogs, and deli cuts, which are loaded with preservatives and harmful compounds. Artificial additives and chemicals, which place extra stress on the liver and cells. Dr. Turner stresses that these foods don't just block autophagy, they actively contribute to inflammation, weight gain, and accelerated aging. Putting it all together, so how do you take all of this information and make it part of your daily life? Here's a simple step-by-step approach, inspired by Japanese longevity practices. 1. Eat mindfully with Harahachi Bu. Stop at 80% full. Light dinners and no late-night snacks are best. 2. Add intermittent fasting. Aim for a 12 to 16-hour fasting window. Start with overnight fasting and build from there. 3. Begin your mornings light. Try carrot or apple juice with water instead of a heavy breakfast. 4. Use tea rituals. Enjoy black tea with black sugar and ginger during the day, and green tea regularly for antioxidants. 5. Focus on whole, plant-based foods. Fill your plate with vegetables, legumes, fish, and whole grains. 6. Stay hydrated. Drink pure water first thing in the morning and throughout the day. 7. Cut out processed foods and sugar. Protect your cells by keeping meals clean and natural. Follow these steps consistently, and you create the ideal environment for autophagy to thrive. Your body will repair itself more efficiently, your energy will improve, and you'll lower your risk of chronic diseases. A final word of wisdom. If there's one message Dr. Turner emphasizes over and over, it's this. Longevity isn't about quick fixes. It's about building daily habits that support your body's natural systems. Autophagy, ISNT, a magic switch you turn on once it's a lifestyle that you cultivate over time. And the good news is, you don't need expensive supplements or complicated programs. Just a few simple, science-backed changes: eating a little less, fasting a little longer, choosing whole foods, and drinking plenty of water can transform your health. So, the next time you sit down for a meal, remember the wisdom of Japanese elders who have lived past 100. Stop at 80% full. Stay curious about life, and keep moving forward with purpose. These small steps, practiced daily, can unlock the powerful self-healing system already inside you.